After 100 days of war in Sudan, the most harrowing atrocities have occurred in West Darfur, where reports of mass graves, summary executions and burned villages have been documented and verified by the United Nations and rights groups. Survivors say the government's army has failed to protect civilians, while the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces has spearheaded the killings along with its Arab tribal allies. Both sides are fighting to vanquish the other in Sudan, with the capital Khartoum and the Darfur region bearing the brunt of the violence. Here's a report.
It's been 100 days of unending fighting in Sudan. West Darfur has bore the brunt of the violence in the country. Thousands are still fleeing from the turmoil and embarking on treacherous journeys across the desert into uncharted territory. Now the International Criminal Court has sounded an alarm. The chief prosecutor says that he's investigating alleged new war crimes and crimes against humanity in Darfur region that has killed over 3,000 people and forced more than 3 million to flee their homes.
We are, by any analysis, not on the precipice of a human catastrophe, but in the very midst of one. It is occurring. And it's my analysis and my prayer and advice that we must act urgently, collectively, to protect the most vulnerable. If this oft-repeated phrase of never again is to mean anything, it must mean something here and now for the people of Darfur that have lived with this uncertainty and pain and the scars of conflict for almost 2 decades.
Darfur has been one of the epicenters of the current conflict that began on April 15th, turning into an arena of ethnic violence with the paramilitary troops and allied Arab militias attacking African ethnic groups. The UN Human Rights Office said that at least 87 bodies, some of them from the ethnic African tribe, were uncovered in a mass grave in West Darfur. The UN cited credible information that they were killed by Rapid Support Force fighters and an allied militia. Meanwhile, there are claims of armed militia attacking and harassing doctors. Armed men attacked an 18-member team of Doctors Without Borders working at a key hospital in Sudan's war-torn capital of Khartoum. The MSF medical team says that they were stopped on the road while transporting supplies to a hospital located in the district of South Khartoum. The armed men first questioned the MSF team about why it was in Sudan, then they started beating some of them. The group did not say whether the attackers were in uniform or provide any other details. Stories of desperation are still emerging from those stuck in the war-torn country.
This conflict has destroyed our home and displaced all my relatives. I was supposed to study in college, but the war has come and deprived me of everything.
The humanitarian situation is really dire in Sudan. Currently, there are over 19 million people who are food insecure, and this situation is expected to get worse as the war continues. WFP is highly concerned, especially for areas like West Darfur, where it's currently inaccessible for our humanitarian services to reach the people who needs it the most.
The armed conflict between the two rival military factions, which has lasted for over 3 months, has led to the disruption of water, electricity and gas supplies, and also severe shortages of food and medicine in many areas. According to UN data, over 24 million people, including 13 million children, need humanitarian aid immediately. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.